The apocalypse. The end of the world. Picayune Dreams. Picayune Dreams is a bullet hell survivors-like game released in the far-off year of 2023. I played it at a friend's house while feeling like a dumpster fire. You know, head pounding, stomach doing somersaults, real peak gamer condition. It caught my attention immediately, half with its gameplay, half with its disjointed storytelling. Ugh, I love it when the story plays hard to get. This game offers something I'm always seeking when searching for the next game to cover on my channel. That certain something that I don't necessarily have words for, more of an emotion. This emotion is a frothy, blended mixture of fascination and curiosity that captivates me. I dove headfirst into this game, not knowing if I'd discover something brilliant or get lost in a sea of mediocrity. Having played through the game, I now know that I've discovered a gem. As stated before, Picayune Dreams is a bullet hell horde survival type game with roguelike elements. The beauty of the gameplay comes from the escalating pressure as you move forward, wave after wave. You aren't just meant to survive through to the end, you have to learn a skillful dance of bullets and enemies. And it's not much of a dance at first. It starts slow but ramps up quickly. The beginning has you shooting at little sperm dudes. I'm not gay, stop! These little guys are called souls, and they're the most basic enemy. Killing a few of them gives you your first upgrade, which is where the complexity comes in. There are so many builds you can go for. I personally go for builds where you can just kind of stand still and let the upgrades pulverize anything that comes within the vicinity. The bullet dance is great and all, but in my humble opinion, this game is most fun when you can just kind of sit still with your hands off the keyboard. Hands free to do, you know, whatever you want. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, punch, punch, kick, kick.
Demonetized.
But the standing still really only happens towards the end of the game. Everything up till then is a relentless tide of enemies, hell-bent on ending your life. You can't even stand still for long as there are enemies shooting bullets at you, so you better be doing some sort of dance. The tango maybe, I don't know. After each wave of enemies comes a boss, which is where the bullet hell comes into play. While it's certainly not the hardest bullet hell out there, it certainly adds some variety and keeps things fresh. The bosses are a welcome change of pace as they act as a breather and a challenge at the same time. On one hand, you can take a deep breath. You're no longer being swatted by enemies. On the other hand, they're difficult, so you better hope your build is up to snuff. After beating the game once, you unlock Overdrive, which is essentially New Game Plus. It adds more enemy health, horde size, and enemy speed. As of writing, I've beaten Overdrive 1, and it just got crazy, man. Wow, I can see nothing at all. Giant carrots. The story of Picayune Dreams is told through fragmented memories rather than a linear plot. These memories manifest in brief, cryptic glances into the protagonist's past and the world that once was. Each fragment serves as a clue, helping players slowly piece together what the hell is even going on. A game like this really doesn't even need a plot, so the fact that we get one this interesting is a treat. The vague storytelling adds to the overall mystery and dreamlike atmosphere of Picayune Dreams. And no, I'm not going to suggest it was all a dream.
I used to read Word Up magazine.
Rather than spoon-feeding the player with a linear plot, the game encourages players to make their own conclusions, which I'm all about. No two players are going to come away with the exact same conclusion on the story, and I've made my own assumptions. In short, 5 people were hired by the government to stop an anomaly in space. They refer to the anomaly as the aberration, and it threatens all life on Earth. You play as Syl, and you have to fight all the crew members who've been corrupted by the aberration. I'm not certain who exactly Syl is, as she isn't one of the crew members, but I imagine she may be an amalgamation of many crew members, or maybe she even split off from Picayune, the final boss. Everything is up for interpretation here. Each of the bosses drop memories which show who they were before the aberration corrupted them. For example, the bunny boss is the former crew member Izu, who has a memory with carrots and bunnies. Or the biker boss was Harley, who can be seen riding a bicycle in his memory. This game can be very subtle. Each memory is corrupted and glitchy, and with each memory the story proceeds just a little bit more. The memories have sort of a horror vibe to them, especially the last one. This is a result of the aberration, and it's got me pretty darn spooked. One of the central themes in Picayune Dreams is that of isolation. From the very beginning, the player is thrust into a chaotic, alien world where they have to face overwhelming odds all alone. Syl, the protagonist, is seemingly trapped in a surreal nightmare and is cut off from any form of human connection or support. This all reinforces the feeling of isolation. You alone are stuck in space, forced to complete the mission all by yourself. Those disjointed memories from before emphasize the feeling of isolation. These memories are mere glimpses into the past that are incomplete and disconnected. There's no clear explanation, no timeline, and no one to share the burden of trying to understand what's happening. It's a complete juxtaposition to the gameplay. In the memories, you have friends, family, and even love interests. Whilst in the game proper, it's you versus horrifying atrocities. Like this guy. How quaint. You are an alienated entity given a task of monumental proportions. It's a seemingly impossible mission to save Earth, and I'm happy to report the Earth is not flat, just in case that was up for debate. You'd be surprised people are still harping on that. While fending off horrible atrocities and corrupted crew members, you also have an existential crisis to face. You alone are responsible for the whole world. This aberration means the end of humanity unless you're able to defeat it. This is the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine. The apocalyptic theme isn't just about physical destruction of life, but also about the loss of humanity. The bosses have been corrupted almost beyond recognition, serving as remnants of the old world. Their humanity is gone, and now only serve to end humanity which they once were a part of. What were once people with hopes, dreams, and motivations have devolved into what are essentially demons, and in some cases literally. I love this existential horror vibe that the game brings. I'm all aboard for the apocalypse, believe me, and it's refreshing to not see just another, zombie apocalypse movie or nuclear war. Looking at you, Fallout. Instead of the usual cliches, the game uses more of an abstract, glitchy take on the end of the world. Picayune Dreams is an addictive, seemingly innocuous game at first, and really pulls the knives out on you in the later stages. It lulls you in with its cute enemy design and fun gameplay, and then shows you atrocities and the end of the world. I am in love with Picayune Dreams, and I think it deserves way more attention than it's gotten. From its spooky, glitchy aesthetic to its interesting piecemeal approach to storytelling. This one's a game I'll be playing for a long time. This has been Space with Moistfob. Thank you for watching.